Okay, I remember what I was gonna say now. I finished watching Gabby's video. Okay, so if you don't know, I am literally obsessed with YouTube. Like, I'm on there. Like, okay, 50% of my time on my phone is on Wattpad. The other, like, I don't know how many other percent is of, like, most of 100 is, like, spent, like, let's just say 48%, I don't know, is spent on YouTube. And then the rest of the percentage, like 2%, is like split between like glancing on my Instagram and Snapchat and then texting people and then looking up stuff. Like, I'm like rarely on my phone other than to be on Wattpad or on YouTube. And so I'm on YouTube a lot, okay? And there are two people on there that I know I will forever love and respect, and I don't think I'll ever get tired of them because I've been watching them for. I don't even remember when I started watching them, but I definitely remember I started watching Shane Dawson when I was living with my mom. And I started watching Gabby like either when I was living with my grandparents or like right before then or right after, like when I was living with my dad and grandma. I don't know. But like I started watching them like I started watching Gabby like from the Gabby show, like Gabby Hanna. I started watching her like right like when I was starting my healing process. That's what I'm gonna call this. Um, and then I've been watching Shane Dawson for like I don't even remember when I started watching him. Like, it's been so long. Because I remember I used to watch him when he had, like, I didn't watch him when he was, like, first started and he had his, like, emo hair. I watched him when he had his, like, little queef. Like, you know, his little, like, his queef. Like, you know? Um, like, the spiky hair. And he was, like, thinner and, like, whatever. But, um, yeah, I think I started watching him, like 4 years ago, maybe? I don't know. But I remember I did watch him for like a long time. And then I discovered Gabby, like right when I was like starting my healing process. And she was just like amazing because she was so like honest and like it just, I don't know. Like, I think I discovered her because she did a collab with Shane Dawson one time. And like, I just like felt connected with her. And like, I was like, oh my god, like, she's so cool. Like, oh my god. And then started watching her videos, and like, it was just crazy how like honest she is and how like amazing she is. And same with Shane Dawson. Like, Shane Dawson has like talked about his past. Like, he's revealed things that like many people would like be terrified to reveal, especially for someone who's as famous as he, like, boom, famous as he is on YouTube, because like he's literally like the father of YouTube. Like, he literally like was one of the first creators on YouTube, and he's been like with YouTube like since the beginning almost. And like, I don't know, like, it's pretty cool. I don't know how to express how like emotionally attached I am to Gabby and Shane. And the crazy thing is, I've never met them, like, ever. Like, I've never met them in a meet and greet. Like, I've only ever watched their videos, and like seen their Snapchats and like seen them like virtually. Like, I've never met them in person, like, ever. But like, like, it's so like, oh my god, I probably sound like a really creepy fangirl right now, but like, I don't know how else to express like how much I care about them. Like, they just like have made such a difference in my life, like, without even knowing it. I'm like, it's insane how much they have changed my life and how much they've changed like other people's lives as well, and like how much they've changed like my morals. And like, I love their like honesty. Like, they've, like, shown me what it's like to be, like, true to yourself, even if the world doesn't want you to be. And it's crazy because they're so happy. Like, they're happy even when they're not happy, because in the end, they're, like, I don't know how to explain it, but, like, even when they're, like, upset, like, they're still, like, honest, and they're still, like, they're still good, you know? Like, a lot of people, like, they talk, like, there's just, like, this whole stigma around negativity that I honestly have all the time. Like, I hate myself for every negative thought that I have, and every, like, negative experience that I've ever had, and I blame myself, and I hate myself so much. I've been hating myself, like, for many, many years, and, like, I think a lot of it has to do with, like, my relationship with, like, just, I don't know, like, it used to be because of, like, I think the first time that I truly didn't like myself was when I was living in Virginia. Oh, wait, no. The first time that I truly didn't like myself was when I was 7 or 8, and my parents started fighting, and I didn't know how to, like, work around that. And, like, this is so stupid because, like, everyone deals with a divorce, but, like, mine was a little bit nastier than I think most are, I guess. And then, like, I didn't like myself because I blamed myself for the divorce, and then, like, I think around, like, 8 or 9, like, I figured it out. I was like, it's not my fault. Or 10, I don't know. I don't remember exactly when I finally just accepted, like, that they divorced, like, and it's not my fault. Like, adults do their own shit, like, it's not your fault. But then another time when I truly, like, started disliking myself was when we moved to Virginia. And I already started disliking myself and, like, blaming myself for the divorce. But then I also blamed myself for my cousin's pain because I felt like, I don't know why, but, like, I was really protective of my cousin when we lived in Virginia, because in Virginia, it was, like, we basically lived in a really trashy neighborhood, and my aunt and mom did drugs. Like, they didn't do anything harsh. Well, my aunt might have, but, like, my mom, I don't think she did anything worse than meth and, like, weed and, like, alcohol, obviously, and cigarettes. I don't know, but, like, she, like, just, they collectively together were just, like, they were the dynamic duo of destruction. Like, they just, and, like, they would, like, party and, like, just, it was, and so I would, like, try and, like, because my cousin was really small at the time, like, I was only, like, 8, maybe 7, and my cousin was literally, like, 5, and I honestly, like, didn't like my cousin at the time because, like, we fought all the time, but, like, I felt this need to protect her, and because I couldn't protect her, because I couldn't, like, shed her from the, like, the fear, and, like, because I couldn't stop her from, like, crying, or I couldn't stop myself from crying, and, like, I couldn't, like, protect her from, like, the noise and, like, the shouting and the shadows and, like, just everything. And I mean, I sheltered her a lot, like, more than I was sheltered, but, like, I just always blamed myself because I was like, she could be happy, like, if she wasn't here, like, if we weren't here, we could be happy, like, she needs a better life, like, I can't stand that she's here, and, like, I blamed myself, and I blamed myself for the divorce as well on top of that, and, like, I don't know why I did, but I did. And if you think about it, like, it's kind of fucked up for a 7-year-old to blame themselves for something so out of their control. I think part of it was because I blamed myself for the divorce. I thought that because the divorce was my fault. My mom moved to Virginia and started doing drugs and stuff with my aunt, and then that's why we were in pain, because I caused that divorce. And just like, if you think about it, like, it's so stupid. Like, and I guess that's where it started. And then on top of that, like, when I was like, I left my cousin, like, I blamed myself even more and was like, I can't leave her, but like, we had to, because my mom wanted a new life. She said she quit drugs and alcohol, like, she was done, she couldn't deal with her sister anymore, blah blah blah. But I didn't understand at the time, but like, I thought my cousin was coming with me. I thought, oh my god, we're gonna be free, we're gonna be happy, like, everyone's gonna start over, like, my aunt and my cousin, we're happy, we're all gonna be good. But my mom left behind my aunt, and because my aunt was my cousin's mom, like, she had custody of her, and my mom didn't want to fight with her, so she just left with me in tow. And I was screaming and kicking the entire way because I knew how fucking bad it would be for my cousin without me there. And I blamed myself even more because she was left alone there. And she was left alone there for 2 years until her biological dad finally came and like took her and like gained custody of her away from her mom. But I can't even, like, I don't know what happened. Like, I don't know. Like, I wasn't there to protect her. It terrifies me every time I think about it. Like, I mean, there's not much, like, a 7-year-old could have done. Or at that time, I probably would have been, like, an 8 or 9-year-old. But, like, I at least tried. Like, she at least had me. And, and she wasn't alone. And, like, I would, like, get food even if, like, they didn't have food. And, like, even if we were just hugging each other, at least we had comfort. And without me there for 2 years, she was alone with her aunt. And, like, her aunt, I mean, my aunts, like, her mom's, like, just drug behavior. And, like, her mom was also, like, loved men. And, like, I don't want to imagine what happened. And I really hope it isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I think it is, or was. Maybe she doesn't even remember it, but, like, I do, and I just... And then we all know the Terry situation, or my half-brother, whatever. First it started with, like, slight molestations, like, little touches or whatever, and then, like, turn more. And then, like, finally fucking raped me. Like, hi. Whatever. And, like, for a long time I blamed myself after that, too, and I had nightmares and, like, trauma and, like, hallucinations and, like, just bedwetting, like, just, like, nightmares all the time. Like, I just, like, I couldn't, like, it was bad, okay? And, like, I blamed myself for a long time, too, but then I eventually, like, found God, and then, like, forgave him, and, like, let go. And even though I don't believe in God anymore, I do, like, I believe that I finally let go, and, like, was able to, like, forgive him, and, like, even though I will never, like, accept, like, I didn't actually forgive him, I just kind of accepted that, like, well, no, I kind of did. I half accepted him, half forgave him, because I know I will never, ever, ever be able to be in contact with him ever again. Like, nothing he could do will ever, like, make me love him as a sister ever again. And, like, I can never think of him without fear, but I also forgive his actions because I know that it was because he's sick. And I've also accepted that, like, I couldn't change it even if I wanted to. So, and it's also helped make me who I am today, so, like, and then, like, I guess, like, but once I let that go, like, a little bit of hate left. But then, as I was, like, healing more and more, I think, or kind of just forgetting about, like, the divorce and, like, getting over the divorce, and I still blamed myself for my cousin, I think, but I was trying to forget her, almost, which I still feel guilty about, too. And then Um, this is probably going to be a two-parter because, like, I'm talking so slowly. But, and then, like, as we all know, like, I was, like, healing or whatever, forgetting, and then my mom had a relapse, and she was, like, removed from her job because, like, her mental health was not okay, and they were like, you're disabled, and she was like, fuck you, and then she moved with me to her little itty-bitty tiny town, and just, like, I've talked about that little bitty tiny town before, like, I just hate that town so much. Like, it's probably the worst experience that I've ever had. And, like, I have a lot of self-hate too because, like, I left my mom, and I've kind of accepted that, like, it was needed and it's okay, but, like, I still feel bad. I feel like I could have done it better, like, I don't know. And I think that's, like, where all this, like, self-hate and, like, thing stems from. And I think a lot of people, like, think that, like, it's because I'm a victim that I have self-hate. But it's not. Like, it's, like, just everything together, just, eh. And then also, like, it doesn't help that I would, like, occasionally have, like, random bitch, stupid kids bully me. But, like, their bullying was never really intense. Like, they never really, like, targeted me, like emotionally, because, like, no one really knew me as a kid, because, like, I was very kind of, like, quiet and, like, always moved around a lot, so, like, no one really knew me that well enough to, like, actually, like, emotionally, like, hurt me. They just, like, targeted, like, everyone else is, like, what everyone is, like, always, like, insecure about, like, you're stupid, like, you're small, like, you're, like, just, like, the physical attributes that were, like, everybody else they would pick on, and then, like, the way that I was quiet that they would pick on, and then, like, the way that I dressed they would pick on. Like, they just, like, didn't, like me. Or I got, like, the ignore, like, thing. Like, I kind of always got ignored a lot, too. Because, like, people didn't want to, like, be with someone who was, like, or interact with someone who was bullied, so what can you do? Like, it got better as I got older, though, because, like, as I got older, my mom, like, ended up staying in more places longer. And I think it's because, like, she never really got over her addiction in, like, Virginia. Well, she's still not over her addiction, but, like, I feel like she was slowly getting better the longer that she stayed certain places. Again, I'm too young to, like, remember or know, like, exactly, like, what my mom's situation was like. Plus, she never told me anything. So I don't know, but I think the reason that we ended up staying in certain towns or places longer was because she was stabilizing or whatever. But, like, it just, like, I don't know, like, I still never really made friends, because, like, with the collective bullying and the self-hate, I felt like I needed to lie to, like, fit in, but I still never really fit in because I felt like I needed to be nice to everybody, so, like, I kind of lied to fit in with everybody, so I never fully had a group. When I did stay in a place long enough to, like, gain friends, you know? I don't know. God. Anyways, back to the story that I was originally talking about. Okay, so, like, Shane and Gabby, like, I love them. They're like my parents of YouTube. Like, I love them so much. Like, this is so cringy. Like, so cringy. Like acting like a creepy fangirl right now. But I love them so much. Like, like, they've helped me through so much, and they don't even know it. And, like, it's just crazy to think about how much someone you've never even met in person has helped you so much. Like, I don't know. Like, they've just, like, inspired me so much, and, like, I don't know. But I've recently been dealing with a lot of, like, insecurities, which I kind of, like, didn't really have before, Or if I did, I could have buried them. But now that I'm like trying to accept my negative emotions instead of stuff them down like I always have or ignore them, and also I've stopped lying so I can stop lying about those negative emotions as well. Like, it's like everything is surfacing, and like every like hateful moment of myself and like every like insecurity of mine is just bubbling up to the surface, and it's a lot to take in. And it's reflecting in the thing that I am most vulnerable with, and that is this channel, because I am most honest on here, and like I've never once lied to you guys, like, ever, and like I haven't lied in the past 2 years. Like, well, I mean, I have like exaggerated and I've told like little white lies, but never anything major, and I wasn't like compulsively lying like I had been for like a really long time. And I've like discovered my sexuality, and like I've discovered a lot of things about myself, and like it's great, but like it's also really unsettling because it's also new, and then also like there's a lot of negative emotions that I'm trying to accept, but like it's really difficult when you're so used to shutting them down. So Gabby made a recent video, and it was, oh wait, no. My insecurities with the channel, like, were like just all of my insecurities because I'm most vulnerable in this channel. But then, like, so that's made me like want to like change like the style or whatever style, right? Because you have a style, and just like I've been like despising watching my videos and been like, what is my purpose anymore? Like, nobody like cares. Like, just like I feel like I'm not like, I felt like I wasn't making a message. I felt like I was just like whining and like complaining, and like I didn't have a purpose, and like this video, like this channel, like wasn't doing anything, and like I felt stuck, and I was like, no, like I want to help people, and like I don't understand, like it was really like, I don't know, like very frustrating. My insecurities and doubts just kept repeating like my self-hatred thoughts like back to me over and over and over, and I was just like, well, thanks, like that's great, like and then, but recently I was like reminded like why I do this. It's because like I watched Gabby's, sorry, my grandma's like this paranoid that like, because I had the window open because like I was watching the fireworks kind of, but like couldn't barely see them anyways, and I had the window open, and she has this like paranoia that like there's someone gonna like shoot people who have like their windows open. I don't know. But like I recently watched Gabby Hanna's show, like, I mean no, video, and she was talking about like this really toxic relationship she had, and how she was really embarrassed to talk about it because it was such like a vulnerable moment for her, and like shows how much she like lets people use her, and like is really embarrassing because like she didn't want people to know that about her, but she said that like she wanted to because she thought it would be a good message, and like she's always honest, and like she didn't want to hide anything from like her viewers, and I was just like, it really meant a lot, and it like struck a chord in me because like it reminded me of like I'm really embarrassed of like almost every video I post, because like I feel like I'm like being stupid and like dramatic and like weird, and but like have this like small hope that maybe like it'll like reach people, and like maybe it'll like be an importance, and like and Gabby's proof that that can happen, and like you guys are proof of it too, because you guys like comment on my videos and like tell me like what it what it reminded you of, or like tell me like what you think like I should do in like certain situations, and it means a lot. And like, so thank you. But yeah, Gabby just reminded me of like I need to like stop being such a whiny bitch and like stop like being so like insecure and like hating myself so much. And I don't really know how to do that. Like I'm maybe I actually like need genuine therapy, because like it took me this long to figure like it out. Like I literally had no idea what I was going to talk about when I started this video. I had like a vague idea, and then I started talking and like it revealed itself, and I was like, oh my god, like I understand. But like, even though I understand, it doesn't mean that I know how to solve it. So yeah, like maybe I need professional help to like figure that out, or like maybe I just need more time to think it through. I don't know. Okay. uh but yeah. Okay, that's my video. Rants. Don't know.